Okay, this is my monthly update video. So, what's happened since last month? Well, if you see my last video, you pretty much know everything. So, I'm going to try to make this brief. Pretty much the non-physical changes regarding my transition. Seen the doctor, everything's good there. My dilation schedule switched from twice a day to once a day, and that's going really good. Not having issues. It's just a few times my labia feels sensitive, but other than that, it's really good. Dilating less feels a lot better, and it just feels more normal. So when I put the orange dilator in, it just goes in normally, and I'm having that less buildup because of it. So the issue that I am having, that I've mentioned, that pain, the dilating's not causing pain or discomfort, but it's that one spot where the cavity is, where the testes were, that whole area. That whole area on the left side is where I'm having that pain. And it just, sometimes it's on the right side, but it's mostly on the left side, but it's all random. I do have an appointment next month to see the urologist. Surgeon sent a message, got an appointment set up. So we'll see what happens and see what's actually going on. Other than that, waiting till my next doctor's appointment to get everything checked since having the revision surgery, to see what she says. I mean, my doctor that's prescribing the hormones. So yeah, see how that's gonna go. And other than that, the physical changes I'm actually having, well, the first, it's not a huge dramatic change. It's just a little bit here and there. I noticed I'm still losing leg hair. It's like when I mentioned a long time ago, when I first started noticing it, where the hair follicle is, and it looks like there's like something black inside the pore, and when you squeeze the pore and it squishes it out, so it squishes out a dead hair, and in that spot it never comes back. That's pretty much what's happening, and it's still happening like that. It's just, it's not as dramatic as it happened at the beginning of my transition compared to now. And I'm not sure if anyone else has experienced that, but whenever I see those little black spots, then I know if I'm able to squish something out like that, I'm still losing leg hair. So the other change I can say is the biggest change that my body's going through, besides looking really cute, how my face looks, my breasts. How I mentioned, my breasts have been growing, and how I said have to wait and see what happens from what I was experiencing, meaning it was my last video I mentioned they started growing again, and we just have to see what happens. Well, since then I've gone up a size, so I mean a cup size. I'm at 32H now, which it's estimated after your initial gender confirming surgery, male to female gender confirming surgery, it's estimated 1 to 2 cup sizes, because you go through secondary growth from the research I've done with that hormone difference. And from my experience, I've gone up 2 sizes since my initial surgery. So yeah, other than that, I'm actually happy with it. It was just like, for some reason, how I said a G cup is perfect, and I don't want to be any bigger, but whatever happens, happens. If I go up a cup size, I go up a cup size. I can't really stop that from happening. If it happens, it happens. And guess what? It did. And it's the weirdest thing. I find that since they've gone up a cup size, even though it's still not fully filled in, it's like right down here, this bottom portion right through here on this left side, that part needs to fill in. Other than that, for some reason, I'm finding them perfect. For some reason, every time my breasts have gone up a cup size, I've been finding it a lot more better, a lot more perfect. And every time that's happened, they've gone up a size, a cup size, my dysphoria has gotten less and less and less until it just stopped having that dysphoria from not having breasts, or my breasts not being underdeveloped. And right now, where they're at, despite that part needs to be filled in, I find them the perfect size for my body. I don't want them bigger. I don't want them smaller. The reason why I don't want them bigger, because one, I have scoliosis and a little bit of kyphosis, so that can affect neck, back, and shoulder pain if they're just over a certain size, because it's estimated from my size, each breast estimates to be 2 pounds each. So it's like 4 pounds on the chest. Like, yeah. So like, if you actually think about that, 2 on this side and 2 pounds on this side, together 4 pounds. Think about that weight on the shoulders and back and neck. And plus, trying to find a 32I American sizing, I can say, American bra sizing, is really hard to find. Even what I got was, it's hard to find cute styles and colors and stuff, which there's a few colors I'm still trying to find in my size. So yeah, other than that, I'm happy with them. I don't want them to change, except for that little bit of fullness they're still needing. And other than that, I'm not sure how much more physical changes my body's actually going to go through since having the revision and everything's normal. I just feel my body's almost 100% perfect. Just that little bit of breast tissue needs to fill in where it's lacking and whatnot, and it'll be perfect. Is how I'm feeling right now. Then my body will be like 100% perfect. And if I could change only one thing about my transition, do I regret it? No, but I don't regret anything I've done with my transition. It's just the only one thing I would change is starting HRT sooner. If I was able to start it sooner, that would have helped the changes happen a lot quicker, except the changes that happen after your initial surgery. So the sooner you can get the surgery, from my experience, the better. But if you get the maximum changes you can before surgery, your body will go through more changes afterwards. Even if you don't get those maximum changes, your body's still going to go through those changes no matter what. So, because it's based pretty much on your hormone levels and your genetics and being on the correct levels for your body. And having those hormone levels, especially after surgery when you don't have that testosterone build up in your body or trying to produce, and the estrogen and progesterone trying to fight that, your body goes through changes a lot more easier. I can't say necessarily much faster or quicker, but your body's able to go through much easier, especially with weight gain, I can say, as part of some of the changes I've recently gone through. Because last time I seen the doctor, the surgeon, I'm 143 pounds. Because remember when I mentioned a few years ago when my weight was, it was before my initial surgery, how my weight was at 122 pounds, and I could not get my weight to go past 122, around 124 pounds. It just was having a hard time getting it to increase my weight on my body. And it's because that hormone difference. And now, with my hormone difference, I was able to get to 143 pounds because I was trying to gain weight specifically for my transition to help with the volume of my breasts, I can say, having more fat in it. But my actual tissue is what has increased and fat together. So, having less testosterone, pretty much down to 0 last it was checked, because it was only checked once since my initial surgery to see where I was at. So since then, that hormone difference has been beneficial for my transition, and it's been a lot easier for me with how I feel and look. And just with all that, this is coming from my experience with transitioning, because I can't really speak on other people, but yeah. So I was able to gain the weight, which when I gained weight, it went all through the tummy area down, this area down here, and my breasts is where my where I've gained. So yeah, even though it still fluctuates with my hormone cycle, that's where I've gained, and some in my butt, but not a huge amount, because my measurements before hormones, my hips were 33, then I went to a 34, then after surgery I'm at a 36 to 36 and a half in my hips, And my waist was at a 26 before surgery. And after hormones, I was about around 26, 27, 28-ish. And now it's, since having the surgery, my weight is at 30. My underbust has not changed. Even down here I've gained. Where the band is going around through here, I haven't gained in that area. I haven't really gained there, so my band is still the same. And my bust, pretty much not on HRT, would be 32. Then it just slowly increased to where I was before surgery. I was a 32 triple DF before surgery. Then I've gained 2 cup sizes since then. And a lot of the changes happened when my hormones were corrected to where they're supposed to be. So, yeah. Initially being on the estrogen pill, being switched to the injection really helped. Having the surgery really helped. Getting that testosterone, that high testosterone in my system down to pretty much nothing. Because last I was checked was at 0. It's the DHT, I think it is, dihydrotestosterone. It's not very high in my system, so yeah. So other than that, that's what's helped with the changes, I think, from my experience. And being on progesterone at 200 milligrams, being on 2 ml estrogen, the injection, all that has helped. So with the testosterone out of the equation, I mean the main form of testosterone, I should say, because there's different forms of testosterone and estrogen, and that specific version, not having it there, I feel happier, more comfortable, less issues. Having the surgery, all my health issues have gotten better, especially seeing the pelvic floor specialist and getting that pinched nerve fixed and the pelvic floor tension fixed. Having the initial actual surgery has also helped contribute fixing the issue, and having the revision surgery further has fixed the issue. It just didn't help my mental health, the dysphoria. It actually helped other issues, the urinary issues I was having, and the spontaneous orgasms. It's having the surgery and seeing the pelvic floor specialist and getting all the issues fixed. So when people don't know what they're talking about when they're say what may or may not happen with surgeries, and they're like, this can happen, this can't happen, you'll regret it, and other things, it's not necessary, it's not worth it, and all that issues, from my experience, it fixed issues. It did not make issues. I didn't regret it once. I don't regret it. The only thing is, I wish the way they do the surgery now, they're able to do it a long time ago, like back then. So the people who initially had the surgery, like clear back in the 70s, like clear back then, would have a better experience. like how it's helped me. But now it's just amazing. I wish they're able to do even more with it. Like certain glands that I don't have down there. The Bartholomew glands is 2 of them. I can't remember what the other ones are called, but they're like right at the vaginal entrance, and the other 2 are slightly further in. If they're able to do those glands, that would be even more awesome. But as technology continues to advance, maybe one day they'll be able to do that. So the vaginal canal can be more self-lubricating than what little it already is. But what they're able to achieve now is just amazing. I don't regret it. I never will. And from my experience, I don't care what people say, it helped me with my body and my health, my overall physical health, in more ways than one. My mental health and my physical health. So, there's not much more I can really say without rambling on and on and on and on. So, until my next video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And until my next video, after I see the doctors, who's have to see then, and it would be my next video. So until my next video, comment, rate, and subscribe. Until then, boo.